Today on the Podcave, the host of Travel Channel's Hotel Impossible, Anthony Melchiorri. Now here's Jason, Michelle, and Goose.
We are good to go. I think we're going,
Yes.
right? Are we up and running, Stu?
We're up and running.
Is this official? He's still up on a bench. Don't fall off of that thing, man. Are we rolling?
Yeah, you want to call the phone to make sure?
we got it. Yeah, we got it. Let's test it because
it was light out when we started this.
I know it was.
Now
Yeah,
it's,
yeah. We're still working on this issue.
Oh, you want me to play again?
Yeah, you got to talk on it. I don't know.
All right, so
all right.
while we're doing this, this is kind of funny because
okay.
we have a call-in guest, a really good friend of mine, Anthony. He's Anthony. But how do you pronounce his last name? I'm going to butcher it.
I'm going to say, Melchiorri.
Macchiano.
Yeah, Macchiano.
Melchiorri.
Anthony Melchiorri. He's going to kill me because I can't pronounce his last name. Either I call him now and say we'll redo this.
You can't just get him on the phone. Oh, you're trying to do Bluetooth?
Yeah, we're trying.
Put it on regular speaker.
I'm just doing regular speaker. I'm going to call him right
put
now.
it on regular speaker.
I'm going to call Anthony right now.
And do it the way we usually do it?
Yeah, call and put this next to your phone. Come on.
That's what I'm going to do now.
Get close to that mic, Goose.
I'm telling you, the name of the show should have been half-assed.
He's probably ready to kill us.
We messed everything up.
No, it should have been. It should have. I absolutely agree with you. We
got to stick this damn mic up our ass to go get a phone call. It's unbelievable. I mean, shit, they're putting people on the moon. We need a 12-year-old kid to run everything. We got Stu over here, 40-year-old Stu. And
all right, I just said call my cell now.
He's got them white ears, though.
He's going to call my cell, and he's probably going to be upset. He's probably going to be upset. By the way, can I just tell you guys, I gave you guys a sheet with Anthony's information on it because Anthony's a good guy.
Sorry, I wiped my ass with it. Okay.
He's host of Hotel Impossible, Travel Channel. And here he is right here. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get him on. Hold on a second. Anthony. How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
Anthony, listen, it's Goose. How are you, brother?
I'm very well. How are you, my friend?
I'm trying to go and school Jason on how to say your last name. He's like, Melchiorri.
I told Anthony, I told him,
what the hell's the matter with you, dude?
I said it's Melchiorri.
Melchiorri, man.
Yeah. Pronounce it for us, Anthony.
So how are you saying it?
I was saying Melchiorri.
Perfect.
Hey, there you go. All right. So that's not
and
bad.
if you were Italian, it'd be Melchiorri. Hey.
That's perfect.
Exactly. Right, Anthony. I got you.
Anthony, I was telling you you were going to kill me because I'm like, how long have I known you? And I still can't pronounce his last name. But I actually did all right? It was pretty close.
Listen. My daughters tell me I pronounce my name wrong, so I take no offense to it.
There you go. Good. So I don't feel bad. So listen, we got you on my speakerphone. We can hear you just fine.
Well, I wish I was there. It sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun.
It's good. Good times.
Every time.
You've also got Michelle Serpico on right now with us. And you want to say hi to Michelle. And how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. How you been? Did we start yet? Tell me when we're starting.
We're starting, buddy. We're on right now, man. This is like this is casual. Whatever happens. You're on right now. I was telling everybody, I was telling everybody that you were calling in, and Travel Channel. I watch. I know a lot of friends that watch.
I'm a humongous fan.
Actually, to be honest with you, Anthony,
you're really good. Thank you.
I'm a humongous fan. Listen, every time I watch your show, like you're in a different place. I don't know how you don't get aggravated with some of these people. They're schivats. They're schivats, some of these people.
Schivats is a good word. That's what my mother would say. But she would do it. She would do it with her fingers, all together near her mouth, and she goes schivats.
Oh my God, my mother.
That's what she would say.
I was watching your show right before Christmas sometime on TV, and my mother's standing there, and I go, "Oh, Mom, look at this place." Oh, she goes, "Oh my God, this guy needs a 55-gallon drum of Biangaline." Now, to let all the listeners out there, Biangaline is bleach, but I don't know why they call it Biangaline. But she's like, my mother's a clean nut. Like she wants to go and she wants to come out there and help.
Listen. Your mom probably cleaned the sidewalk like my mom. My mom used to be out there with the hose cleaning the concrete every day. So when I bought a house, this is a true story. When I bought a house in Brooklyn, I was cleaning the sidewalk, every day with the hose. And my next door neighbor goes, "Why do you clean the sidewalk every day?" I said, "Aren't you supposed to? It's like a law, isn't it, or something?" And he's like, "No, nobody cleans the sidewalk. My mother cleans the sidewalk every day."
Absolutely. That guy's disgusting.
It's nice to have a clean sidewalk. Well, listen, I got to tell you that Goose, I was surprised. I'm going to be honest with you because he doesn't watch a lot of television. And to be honest, he never watched. We did 15 seasons of Man Caves. I don't think he watched 2 episodes.
I think I watched.
He watches more Hotel Impossible than he watches Man Caves. So, I mean, that's. That's saying a lot, dude. I was surprised.
You know what? You asked me like how you don't get frustrated. We live in New York. We work in New York. I grew up in Brooklyn. You get aggravated every day, and you choose to not go to jail. So you just choose to just get calm and deal with people that sometimes are silly.
Right.
And I also take it very seriously that when you go into these hotels, these people, they probably got into the hotel for the wrong reason because they think they're going to be able to exploit the employees and exploit the guests to make as much money as possible. And then they realize this whole thing just blew up in my face. And I've never seen a hotel before. I've never met the owner before. So when we go live, when they call action, it's the first time I've ever seen the place, first time I've ever met the owner. So they have a lot riding on me. And a lot of times when I come in, they're thinking, oh, this guy is going to come in, he's going to yell at me a little bit, in the middle he's going to help me, at the end we're going to kiss. They don't realize that you have to earn the kiss and the hug, and you have to earn my help. But I take it very seriously that they're desperate, and they don't even realize they're desperate, because you guys know shooting TV. You have a certain amount of time, you got to get it, and you don't have a lot of time to play around. So I got 4 days. We got to break the crew. We can't have them in overtime. So you've got maybe 4 hours, 5 hours a day to try to turn a business around in 4 days. And so turning a business around, it's like trying to turn a football team around, in one game.
Right.
You just can't do it. You need time. And so 4 days is not a lot of time. So I don't have a lot of patience, but I also promised my 3 girls that I'll never punch anybody on national television.
I'll tell you, I don't know how you do it. One thing, watching your show, one thing I got to ask you. When you go in there and then you have the decorator come in and she goes, listen, we're going to get this bedroom, we're going to put a dresser here.
The decorator?
Yeah, whatever. What are they called?
Designer.
Yeah, decorator, same thing. Well, now we got to get politically correct here. This is my show. Get out of here. Beat it. When they come up with the numbers, are the numbers realistic? Like, oh, yeah, we could do this room for, $110. Listen, my family's in construction my whole life, all right? Now, you don't put in there, taking care of the unions and all that other stuff, right? That's not in the equation.
Yeah, right.
I mean, some of them numbers are crazy, and people don't understand. You want when people live in hotels, and I lived in a million hotels. I've been in hotels everywhere, traveling with, the NFL and with Fox. And, I get grossed out. Like, I put towels on the floor if the carpets are dirty or whatever. I'm very, not a super, germaphobe, but, the bed's got to be right. The pillow's got to be right. People really, that live in hotels and are in hotels a lot really look at them little things like that sometimes the owner and the people who are in the place don't really think that they are.
Yeah. The answer to your question about, first of all, you're Italian from New Jersey, you're construction, I'm shocked.
Shocking. Really shocking.
The answer is 100% yes. There will never be a number on our show that is said that is incorrect, unless it's just by mistake, but it wouldn't be on purpose.
Right.
So our designers, first of all, extraordinarily talented. And matter of fact, Carrie Lachlan, who's one of our designers last season, her husband danced with Justin Timberlake, so he just danced in the Super Bowl. So his team is Philadelphia Eagles, and he's been dancing with Justin Timberlake for 20 years. And he just happens to be in the Super Bowl dance with Justin Timberlake when his Eagles win. So that guy still hasn't come down from the plant.
Nobody's come down.
He was probably at the parade today.
Yeah.
He's probably at the parade.
I was there.
Yeah. But so yeah, absolutely. Our designers are very. First of all, they come from HDTV. So you guys know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be quick. Yeah. You got to be efficient. There can be a lot of mistakes, and sometimes you just got to make shit up on the fly. And they do an amazing job of being able to bring paint colors in and bring fabrics in and just change the things that are going to make the most impact. And so, yeah, the prices are 100% correct. Sometimes we'll get trade outs, for like lumber liquidators.
Sure.
We'll get a trade out. So
like we did.
Yeah.
We did.
We'll say, this room costs $5,000 or $500. Plus, we got the wood for free, and we got this for free. But no, the more important or more shocking thing is, they do this in 3.5 days.
Yeah, it's great.
I have to go in, I have to point out stuff. Then they go in that night. They work up until half the day on the 4th day because then I have to show the place. So they have 3.5 2.5 days. So when I leave at 9 o'clock at night, go to dinner with the crew, they're working over the night, and they don't have 17 people. It's them and one assistant. That's it. So they have their construction team, but designers, all they have is them and so there's like 27 designers behind them. They're doing this on the fly by themselves.
That's amazing, man. It's amazing.
Well,
That's a big project.
Listen, I understand completely what you're saying because Goose and I have been through this on the show. I mean, they're all basically the same, right, Anthony? I mean, you've got 3 days, you got 4 days, you got to get it done. You got no choice, right? And everybody's got to work as a team, but they got to know what they're doing, right? Because TV time and normal time are two different things.
All right, Ant, my next question. Listen,
Go ahead.
I'm always looking for a place to go, a little getaway place with the family and everything like that. Give me 3 good places, that you've done the hotels or you've been in the area that you weren't expecting that it turned out that great, or it's just a beautiful place that not a lot of people know about. What would that be? Where would they be?
First of all, we've done Hotel Possible. We do Hotel Possible. We do 5-Star Secrets, which we go to the best hotels in the world and show you kind of what makes it great. We do a show called Extreme Hotels, where we go to the most extreme hotels in the world.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 hotels from any of those shows. So
Okay.
My favorite show I did, one of my favorite hotels I've done, is I did a show called 5-Star Secrets, and we went to One and Only in Cabo. Have you been there?
Cabo San Lucas? Yeah. No, I haven't been to Cabo. No.
But yeah, the One and Only in Cabo. It's just an insane place. Every employee puts their hand over their heart when they pass you, and it's like from the heart. It's just the most wonderful service place in the world. From a business perspective, the best hotel I did was on 5-Star Secrets was the Chicago Langham. It's a great little hotel, right? It's the old IBM building. It's right in the heart of everything.
Yes, I know where that's at.
In New York City, my favorite hotel is the Algonquin Hotel, which I actually helped reposition about 12 years ago. So the Algonquin is my favorite, but I got so many. La Residencia in Spain. I love there's one hotel down in Miami, the Penguin, that I helped on Hotel Impossible. There's
How about beach? How about beachfront? Nice. On the beach. Good service.
Beachfront? No. Oh my God. There's let's see. Well, I would imagine that you have been at the Fountain Blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fountain Blue's a little too many people there for me.
The Fountain Blue is great. The Fountain Blue is great if you're 24 and just graduated college.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, it's got a lot of action.
Yeah.
I'm like a Turks and Caicos. What's the place?
Well, when I went to Turks and Caicos, I actually, it's funny, I went 3 years ago.
Right.
And I was, you know what it's like when you're with your family.
Right.
I mean, people notice you, don't mind being noticed, and you don't like taking pictures, but there's some holidays where you just want to go in the tunnel, and you don't want anybody to find you.
Right.
So we went to, we just rented a 2-bedroom condo all the way at the end of the beach. It didn't even have a restaurant in the place. And I just literally hid under the sand for 5 days.
Yeah, it's nice.
So that was my experience in Turks and Caicos. The funniest thing about that is now it was a very long winter. My kids are stressed out for school. My wife's a teacher. She's stressed out. I was traveling all over the place. I'm stressed out. Haven't had a vacation in 2 years. We get to JFK Airport at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. My kids are so excited. We're going away for a week. Right? At the time when my twins were, 14, 15, my baby was 12.
Right.
And we're there's a snowstorm, and they're so excited. We get there, everybody walk up on time. We got in the car, it was fantastic. 5:30 a.m.
They can't.
My daughter Mia looks at her passport. She goes, "Dad, I think my passport's expired."
I've had that happen to me.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I've had that happen to me.
I was like, "No, babe, give it to me. So to look at it, their passports are expired because we went to Italy. But when we got their passports 5 years ago, at that point, theirs expire 5 years, ours expire in 10 years because we're adults.
Yeah.
And so I go, we figure everything out, and we're getting on the plane. I got it. Don't worry about it. So I go over to the guy, and I show it to him, and he looks at me. Almost like, this is what he was saying to himself. Hey, little bald man, you ain't getting on a plane. But what he said was, he looked me right in the eye, and he goes, I just want to say this once, and I'm not going to say it again, and I know your family's disappointed. there is no way you're getting on that plane. So I look at him in the eye and go, okay. And I get back in the car, like one kid swallowed a lip, one kid screaming, the other kid's trying to calm everybody down.
Good times.
Then we had to go. In the city. 2 days later, we get there. It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I'll say this. I've never said this before, but I'll say it because I don't want to give people free sponsorships. But I've been to probably 100 of these hotels because when we traveled with the crew, they put us in nice branded little hotels. Most of the towns we go to, they don't have Four Seasons. So they put us in, and my favorite hotel is a Holiday Inn Express. Holiday Inn Express is the best product for a business traveler that wants to get in early, have breakfast, go to sleep, comfortable bed. I've never once, and I'm a hotel guy, so I'm the most critical human being on the face of the earth. Never once did I have a problem in Holiday Inn Express.
Really?
Every single one. I'm not talking about Holiday Inn. I'm talking about Holiday Inn Express. Completely different product.
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that, Anthony, because I had told Goose at one point I stayed in a Holiday Inn Express. The commercial too. Hey, you stayed in a Holiday Inn Express.
You're a genius.
But I tell you what, you're right. You're right. Not the Holiday Inn, but the Holiday Inn Express are really nice.
Mm-hmm.
The beds are good. The beds are good.
The beds are good. It's a nice hotel.
I don't like them places that have the short beds and my feet hang over. I wake up, my feet are numb. I don't like that bullshit.
No, that's not good. But I was surprised. They're nicer than the Holiday Inns, though. The Holiday Inn Expresses are nicer than the Holiday Inn.
The Holiday Inn is, what happens is they have old buildings and they're putting lipstick on a pig. So they're trying, but when you have an infrastructure that just doesn't work around a new product, and so Holiday Inn is hit and miss. Holiday Expresses, I'm telling you, I'm almost shocked. No, that I've never. I walked into 100 of them. Never had mold in the shower. Mold in the shower is my biggest problem. Never had a bed bug. Never had a stain. Never had a hair. Always nice. Always efficient. Listen, the service is okay, but you don't need really good service when you're on the road and you're traveling and you just got hit. You get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You go to sleep at 12 o'clock at night. You're sleeping. You just need a hot shower and you need a bed. I've tried other brands. I just came from where the hell was I? I don't know. Like you guys, I never know where I am. I was just somewhere, and I was in a different brand that's similar, and never been there before. So I'll give it a shot. Nice hotel, blue hotel, mold in the shower, staying on the sheet. And I just went to you'll know it. I won't say it, but I just went to a 5-star hotel, famous hotel in Arizona. I walk in, Mr. Melchiorri make a big deal of me, put me in a nice suite. It smelled like a sewer.
Did you tell him?
I've never, literally, the room smelled like a sewer. I've never once had a problem.
That's the worst. And listen, that's a lot coming from you because you've been in some of the nicest hotels in the world. I mean, I looked at your resume, dude. You've been in all of them. You've renovated them. You've seen them all. So for you to say that you actually enjoyed the Holiday Express is saying a lot. But listen, I got another question for you. I'm really curious about because I've watched your show as well, Hotel Impossible, which I've seen you on some of these, and I'm sure we don't see it all because like Goose and I, a lot of this stuff you'll never see on camera. But there's got to be an episode where you showed up and you're just like, there's absolutely no fucking way this is going to work. I mean, because, have you ever been to one where you're like,
you left?
There's no way. This guy's driving me nuts. It's not going to work. They run this place. It's just no way. Have you been and put your hands up and been like, no?
Well, we've done 108 shows, and I'd say that happens 107 times.
There you go.
Just to let everybody know, we're talking to Anthony Melchiorri from Hotel Impossible.
Yes, 9th season. You're in your 9th season right now, right?
9th season, yeah. So, but we first of all, there's a whole I look at it and go, I'm not going in there, right? And then I said, get me a trailer. That place has bed bugs. I can tell. I'm not getting in the freaking hotel until I get to the trailer.
Listen, is there a way to know? Is there something you could put on the bed to see if they got bed bugs? Come on, give me something.
Well, you have to lift the mattress.
I skeeve everything.
Well, two things. One, I'll answer your question. When I look at hotels, I'm like, I'm not going in there. We've walked away from 4 hotels. So the first hotel we walked away was in Woodstock, and my director turns to me and he goes, You can't leave because I wanted to leave. I was there 2 days. The guy didn't want to help. He was a complete ass, and he didn't want to help. He was rude to me. He was rude to my team. And I said, I'm leaving. And my producer and director said, you can't leave. And I was like, dude, the only thing that I have to do in my life is die and pay taxes. I'm leaving. And so I left. And it was a great show because the 2 days the guy gave us so much content. But the audience, like, when you tell the truth and when you're honest, the 4 times I walked out of the building, if I stayed and tried to help them, I would have had to fake it or lie. And our audience would castrate me on TV. They would never allow it. And plus, and listen, you know when you're on TV, you're not just doing this for the owner. You're not just doing this for a rating. You have to still see your friends. You still got to look at the industry. I still got to go to hotels and do consulting and speeches.
Yeah.
So if you sell out at any, and you know this.
No, you got to tell the truth.
You sell out, people catch you.
You got to tell the truth.
Listen, I saw that episode. That's the one I was actually referring to. I'm glad you brought that one up.
Jason stayed there. His honeymoon.
That's the one. That's the one I saw, and I can tell. Listen, you're not faking that drama. That just happens. And Goose and I have been in that situation too. We're like, I'm not putting my name on something I don't believe in. Bottom line.
Right. Life is too short.
Yeah.
So you look at hotels and you see them. You're like, I just don't want to go in there. But what happened, what's shocking to me, this is what's really shocking. You don't get to your position and the levels you guys got in your careers. And I like to think I didn't get into my career by accident. It's not so much how talented we are, right? Because I don't know if I always say if I'm the smartest guy in the room, please leave the room. So it's not about how smart I am, how talented I am. It's how I deal with people and how I read people. What's fascinating to me, I walk into a room. My producers warn these people, we can't put anything in this guy's mouth. This guy, we cannot control him. Do not try to control him. Don't ask us for help. Whatever he asks you to do or he asks you for a question, answer him because we have no control over him. So they do a great job in letting them know that I'm basically half out of my mind.
Well, that's why that's why you did 100 shows.
Yeah, exactly.
It's no bullshit.
Yeah.
You get too many,
And it's still owners try to play you. And it frightens me. We've all seen people, that have not been as successful or careers have blown up. And they blow up because they don't understand how the emotional intelligence of people. And so it's shocking to me. Some owners, I have one owner, I was eating out of the owner's hand. The owner could have said, go screw yourself, I'm going to try. I mean, I absolutely was eating out of his hand because he knew how to speak with him. He knew he was still not doing the right things, but he knew how to treat my staff.
Yeah.
He knew how to treat me, anything he wanted. And it was a boring show. And my producer, this is a boring show. I said, they go to sleep. I said, I don't do shows that are exciting or boring. I try to help people. And if it's a great show, it's a great show. If it's a bad show, it's a bad show.
Yeah.
I could care less. I never look for, I never try to look for a funny line or a funny word. I just am who I am. When the things that come out of my mouth, and everybody's laughing, and I'm like, what's so funny? It's like, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. That's just me being me. When you try to do that, you fall on your face.
Well, Goose and I have told many people get into this industry, and I've helped people, I've mentored people, but I said, listen, at the end of the day, just be yourself, because once you try to be somebody else on camera, because camera will do that to you. Camera will force you to feel like you got to do something or be somebody else. Yeah. Be yourself. Don't fake it. And just let it happen.
Yeah, let the editor go and worry about that shit.
Exactly, because that's really what comes through. But listen, I got another question. I got a ton of questions, Anthony. We could keep you on here all night because Goose and I spend every waking hour almost in a hotel. But we were talking. We had a conversation on another podcast. We were talking about the Airbnb situation where I think it was in Florida, and you know about this, I'm sure, because you're in the industry. When the people stayed there, and the guy had a secret camera hidden, and he was recording everything they were doing. Do you remember that?
Yep.
So that always freaks me out. So we had that conversation. Next day, I was in a hotel. I was in some skeevy hotel, someplace. I think it was in. I don't even know remember it was, but I saw
by the hour. He paid for 4 hours.
Yeah, it's one of those no-tell motels. But I can see the blinking light behind this little grate, and I'm like, all right, that's not cool, right? Because I'm like that. Because then you're thinking,
after we talked about it.
Right after we talked about it, it was in my head.
Yeah.
So I'm like, have you ever run into those situations in your dealings over the years, and as long as you've been doing this, where you're like, something happened, you're like, hey, this, you saw something that was like, you got to report it, or that's not cool because somebody's videotaping something.
You know what? In all the years I've been doing this, I've never, ever run into that situation.
That's good to know.
The situation I ran into that was shocking to me, right after the Erin Andrews incident where she sued Barry out for all that money, and she won, I was called by the Today Show to go and talk about the situation, does this happen or whatever. So I don't know where I was. I had a fly or drive to get there. I remember I just had to be in a rush to get there. As I'm walking out of my hotel room to get to the Today Show the next day, I'm going down the hallway, and I said, just for shits and giggles, let me see these peepholes if they're secure. Do you know that I went down the hallway and I was able to unsecure the peepholes of the room?
No.
So when you're walking down the hallway in your hotel room, or you're walking into your room, from the outside, try to unscrew your peephole. And I'm telling you, 6 out of 10 hotels, you can unscrew the peephole.
Really?
Now they got the little things that cover them now. They got the little, like a little door.
Yeah, but you still unscrew it, you still can unscrew it and then kick it in. So once you unscrew it, you can just get a pen and push it in.
Yeah.
Even if they have a little thing that covers it, if you take the whole cylinder and push it, so on the Today Show, they had a door for me, and they unscrewed their peephole. And I was like, so that's how they really do it. A lot of times, so I put into that. I haven't wanted somebody put a camera in the room.
Hey, is it true what they say about the bedspreads? You should get rid of those because those are like the nastiest thing.
Oh my God! You know how often now, prior to the white bedspreads, you know how often hotels clean the bedspreads?
I don't think I want to know. I don't think I want to know. I probably don't even tell me.
Hotels don't. You're telling me hotels don't clean their bedspreads at all, huh?
I will tell you this, and I mean this, and I've been in thousands of hotels. I've consulted for hundreds, and I've run dozens of hotels, and I am telling you that, and this is honest, hotels do not clean the bedspreads. If they clean them once a month, it's a lot.
Wow.
So listen, if I go into a hotel bathroom and I'm walking in there and all of a sudden I jump in the shower and I go and I find pubes on the soap, I should leave.
Yeah. First of all my hotels clean the bedspreads, but the white duvets,
you got to give me a list of your hotels, then, dude. That's all I'm staying anymore.
So you got to go for the white. If they have like the flowered comforters, man, you got to get rid of. Don't go near them.
But I'll tell you really what to look for, right? The most, to me, is the thing is the skeeviest thing. There's two things. One, actually, you guys know who Mark Summers is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Mark Summers and I were talking one day, and he said, "Hey, I stayed at this great hotel up on the 79th Street in Amsterdam. It's called the Lucerne Hotel. You probably haven't heard about it." I go, I turned that hotel around. That was my first hotel I've ever run as a GM. So my God, it's my favorite hotel. ABC used to put me up there, yada, yada, yada. He goes, but there's one thing. He goes, why do you put the towels over the toilet? I was like, you know what? You know the towel bars over the toilet? I was like, oh, wow, you're right, because if you flush the toilet and the water pops up, you can pop up on the towels. I never thought of that before. So then it made me think. When somebody stays in the room, you stay in the room, and you use one towel. Do you think the housekeepers, when you check out, they take all the other towels?
So now I'm going to be sick. No, I'm going to be sick.
They throw the towels in the laundry? No. The majority of hotels, if you have a dirty towel, they'll clean it. But if you kept the other 3 towels on the shelf in the bathroom, they're not changing those and cleaning those. So what happens, like, we've all been there, and anybody that says, they're lying, like, you either wipe your hand on that towel, or you blow your nose, or you pick your nose, or you just use it, but then you just put it back.
You're being really nice, because I got some really sick friends, but you're being really nice, blow your nose and stuff. My friends do some really crazy shit with the towels, just to let everybody know.
Yeah, sure. I've seen your friends.
That's disgusting. So you're telling me they don't wash the towels? We should bring our own towels, too?
No, what you should do is you should take the towels, throw them on the floor, and ask for new towels.
New towels, yeah.
And there's another thing that skews me out. I was in Vegas a couple days ago, and I asked for extra towels because I didn't want my room cleaned that day because I was working in my room. So I asked them to bring me new towels. The thing that skews me out more than anything in the world is the houseman comes to my door with the towels in his hands. He has his left hand on top, his right hand on the bottom. Let me ask you a question. Where have those hands been? So now you have those hands, you have your hands on my towels. I make my housemen put rubber gloves on, clean rubber gloves every time they deliver towels, or take the towels and put them in a nice plastic cover, and bring them to the room. Having people touch my towels when I put my face is the most disgusting thing.
So throw the top and bottom towel out when you get more, and always order more than 5. Right? So if you want 3 towels, you order 5. You throw the 2 top and bottom away.
I was in a hotel. I was in a hotel in Fort Lauderdale, and we if you ever see the show, you know I'm telling the truth because it was on national television. I walk in, the door is open. I'm with my crew. There's maybe a 5th show we've ever done. I walk in, the door's open, the housekeeper's cleaning it. She has her headphones on. Okay, she has a headphone. No, she's talking on the phone. I walk in, and I'm like, hey, don't let me bother you, right? She looks at me like I'm an asshole. She doesn't say anything. She because she had a phone in her hand and everything. She couldn't fold the towel properly. She takes the towel. She on the left hand and the right hand, she stretches up the towel, and she takes her lips and pushes her lips into the towel to fold the towel.
What?
Wait,
come on.
That is on TV. That was on my show. She didn't even react. I looked at her, and she looked at me like it was no big deal. And then she walked out, and the funniest thing, after all this, you know the producer's got to chase you down and sign the paperwork. She signed the paperwork.
That's normal for her. That's just normal procedure, right?
I had another housekeeper in front of us on TV, okay? Take the rag. I'm teaching her how to clean a bathroom. Take the rag that she used for the toilet, take the same rag and wash the counter of the sink.
Oh, come on, dude. Really?
Listen, it's on TV. You can go back and look at it.
I'm buying another RV.
I'm kind of sorry I asked you this
now
question.
You know why I drive an RV, okay? You make fun of me.
I gotta give you my all-time favorite.
Oh my God! I don't know if
it's the New Orleans show. It was in the 5th season, and I think it was the last show of the season. Okay, true story, and it's again all documented. My director, we walk in, and my director just lets it fly because there's all craziness going on. He goes, "Let's just go." So we walk in, and the lady at the counter is wearing an apron. I said, "Why are you wearing an apron?" She goes, "Because when people check out, we have to go upstairs, strip the room. If there's any stains on the beds, on the linen, we have to come down and not give the people their $10 deposit back. Because in this hotel, you got to give a $10 deposit back for your sheets." So these young ladies,
you got to leave.
So these young ladies, after they checked you out, or before they checked out, they had to go upstairs, strip your bed, and bring back the stained linen to the front desk and show you, I can't give you $10 back. Now, that's one thing. But in doing my research walking around the hotel, I have one housekeeper, and she's literally got, she's just so stressed out. She's got marks all over her legs because she's not allowed to use a mop. She has to scrub the floor on her hands and knees.
Jesus.
And she's using a rag. She's using the same rag for her toilet as the sink. It's all. This is a different show, but she's using the same rag for the sink and the toilet. And I said, that's disgusting. She goes, I can't use any other rag. She said, excuse me? She goes, I have to use the same rag for all my rooms. So she takes that one rag, uses it to clean the bathroom and the sink for every room of the day. Okay?
Dude, I can tell it by your voice that's still driving you crazy.
I got a stomach ache.
I was literally.
Oh my God!
Like when you see that show, I'm never shocked on my show. I mean, I'm just looking at the camera. I keep looking back at the camera and going, I can't make this up. I'm telling you.
What episode was that? I got to watch that one. I got to pull it up on Hulu.
It's the New Orleans episode. It's season 5, and it's what the hell is it called?
I'll find it. New Orleans episode, season 5. I'll find it.
All right.
You got to watch it. It is absolutely the most shocking one I think we've ever done. You know what's so funny? People ask me, what's the most shocking one? I always say they're all shocking, but that one takes the cake.
I'm kind of sorry I asked you because, now because I'm going again next week.
Yeah,
and
I'm going to find some Purell right now.
I'm gonna get the towels. I'm going to wipe down the remote because I always wipe down the remote because that's the other thing that, they say is really dirty.
I'm bringing a sleeping bag.
I'm going to bring like a hazmat suit with me.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to stay at Holiday Inn Express.
The name of the hotel is called the Empress Hotel.
All right, I'll check that one out.
Oh, my God.
So listen, Anthony,
Our
real
guest,
real
Anthony
quick.
Melchiorri.
One more time, tell everybody again, because I know you're in your 9th season of Hotel Impossible
I
on
got
Travel
one question.
on the Travel Channel. Shut up, Stu. On the travel, that's Stu, by the way. He doesn't chime in very much. But on the Travel Channel, what other episodes? What other series? Because you were doing at one time 4 series, but which ones are actually currently filming?
Well, currently on TV is Extreme Hotels. We just finished the 9th season. Just the last show aired, I think, in October, and Extreme Hotels were on the. I think there's 3 more to be shown. So we're that season's almost over. And then like in TV, you wait till them knock on your door and say, okay, we're giving you another season. So right now we have everything in the can. We're waiting for everything to be shown, and we're waiting for a 10th season and a 2nd season. Hopefully, we'll get it.
I hope you get it, buddy. I think you will. Listen, hey, on your bio sheet, we got one in front of us here. It says on the bottom, it says Anthony also enjoys long walks on the beach, reading romance novels by candlelight, and spending time at Bed Bath & Beyond. If there's time. Is that true? Is that true? I didn't realize that you liked long walks on the beach. That's kind of nice. It's kind of nice you put that on.
Absolutely, we got the information.
It says also you like getting waxed on the beach in between shows. Is that true?
It's funny.
What was that question? So somebody had a question in the background. Who had the question?
No, he went to the bathroom.
I got a question. It's me, Jason. If I want to come, where do I come?
Oh my God,
that's a great question, Stu.
Yeah,
really good question.
On the sheets, you mean?
Yeah,
with the bad sheets. Yeah, use the towel.
The towel. Use the towel that's on the top.
Wait, do
He's
I
like
go
he's like a degenerate porn
Hold on.
star wannabe.
Do I come in the garbage? Do I come in the toilet? Do I come on
Towel,
the bed?
in
Do
a
I come in
towel.
All
Or
right.
on the
In a
floor.
towel.
All right, hold on.
Oh, you got a
Now,
sword?
you obviously didn't see one of my episodes.
Oh my God.
This is okay. It was episode. First of all, the episode hotel is season 5, episode 12. Okay, so let me. I was in Pennsylvania. I was in a hotel, and there's a young lady, housekeeper, director of housekeeping. True story. I walk in, and we're she's talking to me, I'm talking to her. We're in the room, and I see things that are just kind of gross. And I say to her, I go, I heard that this used to be kind of a real wild hotel. And she looks at me, she goes, well, yeah, it used to be a swingers hotel. I said, okay. And she goes, oh, and I'm a swinger. I was like, and I'm not, I don't want to disparage the woman, but
Did you get nervous?
she would have been my first choice. But anyway, so she's looking at me, and I look at her, and she goes, don't worry, honey, I don't like short guys. So,
that's
so wait. So then I go, can we please inspect this chair? It was the desk chair. We shut the lights off. I go get my blue light.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Oh, God.
Wait,
Oh, God.
Now my black light, because the blue light's even stronger. I get my blue light. I put it on. Put my glasses on. We hit the chair again. All on TV. You can see it when you watch the show. Hit the black light or the blue light, and there's sperm spots everywhere.
Oh, you know what?
The
Well, it looks.
entire chair is full of sperm. So I look at the camera. My
Stu's
favorite
getting excited.
My favorite line I've ever thrown to a camera, and I just said it instantly because it just shocked me. I go, there's more sperm on this chair than in a sperm bank. And it was true.
Our producer Jason was there. No question.
Yeah. It looks like. What did it look like? A murder scene with the blue light?
Oh yeah. Oh, it was gross, man. And you know what's amazing? What's amazing is you see those spots on the ceiling.
All right.
Spots
you know
in
what?
the
This,
bed-
all right. I can't even. Stu's all excited.
So listen,
over
I'll
this.
never stay in another hotel ever. I just wanted you to thank me.
I'm going to take your RV from now on.
Yeah, dude, that's why.
Anthony, listen, man, we appreciate you calling in, buddy.
$1,000,000%.
Enjoying your show.
Great stories.
Hey, listen, much success. Hopefully, we'll be seeing you in season 10.
Yeah, we'll bring you back on the show. We want to hear. Jason wants to hear more about the cum stains all over the hotel rooms. He loves that shit.
Hey, tell everybody where they can catch you at, all your social media and everything.
Okay, the show's on Travel Channel, 10 o'clock on Monday night.
All right, buddy.
Got it. Hotel Impossible, Anthony Melchiorri.
Thanks, buddy. And listen, keep working out, man. You're looking good.
That's right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Buddy. Thanks, man.
Everybody on Facebook Live, we just had Anthony Melchiorri from Hotel Impossible, a little short, bald guy that goes.
Little short, bald guy. That's
what he told us he was.
I know. It's just funny when you said it.
What's up, Chuck? And he was telling us about all the stains and the gross things that they clean the toilets with a mopine or a dish towel, and then they go and they clean the sink.
I'm sorry.
And they get your toothbrush. Don't leave your toothbrush out there. They clean the toilet bowl with your toothbrush.
I never thought about
It's disgusting.
The towel
Stay
over
home
the toilet.
or buy an RV. You guys got that? Stay home or buy an RV.
Or a hazmat suit.
Unbelievable. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're filming. I'm on Facebook Live right now. You can go to my Facebook page, and everybody's here.
What's up,
Jason's here. Michelle's here. Our porn star Jason, Star Wars man. Vino's over here on the couch. He's chilling out with us, hanging out with us. But, this is great stuff. I'll tell you what. I've learned a lot.
I did.
I'm disgusted.
I'm a little skeeved out.
I'm totally disgusted.
I don't think I ever want to stay in a hotel.
You have to, you might have to edit some of this stuff out because I'm like, my stomach's gurgling.
Pretty much everything Stu said, I think we got edited out.
Yeah,
No way.
Something like that. It wasn't.
He asked for my question.
Listen, all right, so who?
You were sitting over there. You couldn't wait to get your question.
I want to know. All right, raise a hand. All right, if you guys have ever been to like a hotel where you
like a no-tell motel.
2 hours. Give me 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been to a 2 hour hotel.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Michelle. Michelle.
If this is
Michelle.
Goose, is this the trust tree?
I wish.
Are we in the trust tree?
No one's gonna know anything.
No one's listening.
Now I feel
No
like
one's
a
listening
loser.
to us.
Just us.
The trust tree.
Huh? Or did you ever go into
No.
a motel? You were in a motel, and like Jason said, like you had to look all around and like make sure like there wasn't a two-way mirror. or
No,
something
I've
like
always
that.
wanted to though.
Really look at a two-way mirror.
No, I've always wanted to go to a motel like that, like in the situation you guys are saying.
Really? You've never been like
wait,
in the
hold on a
heart-shaped
second.
tubs
Wait a
or any
minute.
of that
Wait a
stuff?
minute.
Do they even have that stuff
You've always.
anymore?
I don't understand what you're saying. You've always wanted to go to that.
Like he's like, oh, you ever been in like a 2 hour hotel thing? I'm like, no, I've never.
Like for truck drivers, they only like
you-
sleep for a couple hours, so they rent.
You
they
said
take them
you've always wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Does they have like the jungle room, the
Yeah.
champagne room?
I never mind. I took it differently.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I was like, oh, you. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yeah.
All right.
I will tell you, I go into hotels and I'm often like after I put all the stuff down and I get all the.
Then you get
the
naked
luggage
and go in the toilet.
No, I'm sweating. I go right in the bathroom. I take one of those towels off the rack.
The one that's hanging over the toilet. The one that's hanging over the toilet.
Garris.
Yes.
What's up, Johnny Ganello?
Yeah,
Jenny.
Until he brought that up. Now that if I see a towel hanging over a toilet, it's like.
Ew, I wash my face.
What was the
with it.
grossest
I take
thing?
my makeup off with
man.
it.
So let's tell everybody
I
real
want to
quick.
cry right now. I take
Anthony
my makeup off with that
Melchiorri,
stuff and
so
wipe it
he's
all
the
over.
guy on Hotel Impossible.
On the Travel Channel.
On the Travel Channel.
Yeah.
And he just came on and he told us all these crazy stories. What was the one story that really stuck out in your head that you were like, you couldn't believe?
The when she wipes, because this freaks me out because I keep my as a girl, I'll keep my makeup and my toothbrush and my brushes that go all over my face and I put my makeup on with, and I keep them all over the counter. And she said that she wiped the toilet on the counter with the same rag. So basically, I'm putting my makeup on, and on my brushes that I have for days, I have toilet stuff from someone
you
else.
got shit
Ugh.
face.
Well, listen. For me, it was the blue. For me, it was the blue light.
Oh well, yeah,
It
that's
looked like
another one too.
he talked about the blue light. He showed
We
up.
should actually go.
And it looked like a murder scene. It looked like
go
a
to
murder
like
scene.
go to like Elizabeth and go to like
Oh,
one of them
God.
motels.
Oh, yeah.
One,
Bring
one
a
of
blue
like
light
those
and see what
ratchet
it's like.
ones.
You know,
Yeah.
where your feet stick to the carpet.
Just video it. Oh man. Oh yeah.
we should have get a blue light and see.
That's
Dude,
disgusting.
that is disgusting,
gross.
man.
We'd have
'Cause
to wear like gloves and like bubble suits.
Listen,
Disgusting.
we spend a lot of time in hotels, man, and it's
Yeah,
like you
you
can't help
guys
but think
do.
about this stuff, and then you forget. And it's like the remote control too is another thing people tell you: wipe that remote control
Yeah,
down.
it's almost as bad as the guys get naked.
It's like
to
a
take
petri.
shit.
It's like a petri dish.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Ew, and the comforters.
Yeah,
It's disgusting.
you know what?
Yeah.
That's a good name. That's a good name for a comforter. It's a comforter.
Yeah, don't ever
True.
like.
it's a
listen,
comforter.
True.
I sleep like.
It's
I always look at the sheets.
Is that name for a cum for her? Comforter? Did they short it to?
Might be.
Comforter, yeah.
He said, "Listen, only go on the white comforters. Don't even use them because people lay on them.
Take them off, roll them up, put them in the corner.
Yeah.
Just get rid of them. The comforter, because that thing's nasty.
And just crank the heat up in the
Yeah.
place. So.
And just put yourself in one spot.
Yeah.
You know, and just don't move around that much. I don't know.
Dude, I'm totally disgusted.
Yeah, it's
Totally disgusted.
But
That really grosses
I've
me
seen
out.
his show. He does some amazing transformation, man. He really does. And I'm just kind of curious. I didn't ask him this question. I wanted to. How many of those actually stay open? I think he got a pretty good success rate. But,
Yeah, I mean, after he does them, fixes them up a little bit.
But you can't. You can change everything about the hotel. You can't change that management. And if they don't change their ways. Sometimes they'll just run it right back into the ground. But
listen, if it isn't a top quality place where it's run right, I mean, when you walk in, listen, I should really, when you go down to the beach, like you go to Seaside Heights, all them crack hotels.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Yeah,
them kids rent them out for they go on.
Stu just was in one.
After their proms and stuff like that, there's needles in the bedroom. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
My kid ain't going there.
I don't think I've ever been in one of those hotels, but with the needles in thank God. Can you imagine rolling over? I'm like, what was that? Something just poked me.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so that was, I think we call that one. Listen, I'm kind of skeeved out, but that's all right. I'm glad we got Anthony on the phone. That was cool. Talk to him.
He was funny.
And good stuff. So just the moral of the story is
don't stay at hotels.
If you have to stay in a hotel, number one, ask for new towels.
You're safe for sleeping in the streets.
Don't sit on the toilet. Ask for new towels. Don't use the ones that are in there. Wipe the remote down and get rid of the comforter.
Yeah. It's a lot.
There you go.
It's a lot of.
You got to think about those things.
Yep.
Anyway.
This name of the show is Skeeve Hots.
Skeeve Hots.
All right? I'll get you the spelling. I don't know how to spell it.
Or come for her.
Yeah, that was disgusting. Thanks, everybody. On Facebook
you can edit that
Live.
out,
We'll
Stu.
be back in a little while because we're going to be doing another show.
All right.